My name is Lisa. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm teaching an online class today on a fun fold card featuring Beautiful World, which is this stamp set here. So this is the card we're making, and it has a belly band that slides off, and then it opens like this. So this is a bundle called Beautiful World, and it comes with the world map dies and this stamp set. And these will soon be retiring. Hopefully you guys have gotten my email. I did send out an email a little while ago, maybe last week, that had all of the pictures of everything retiring. I know I've had a list on my blog for a while and it is still there, but if you're looking for pictures of what's retiring, that was in my newsletter. And this is indeed one of the bundles retiring. And so I thought I'd play around with it today. It does have some coordinating designer series paper, so it came out in an entire suite, which means that it had not just the stamp set and dies or punch, but it also had designer series paper, some ribbons, some embellishments. It was an entire suite, they call it. So I'm playing with the designer series paper, dies, and stamp set. This is our base of our card. And what you want is a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 11. And we're going to score that at 1 1/4, 3 3/8, 7 5/8, and 9 3/4. And so that's going to give you the base. You're going to need 4 pieces of the designer series paper that are 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So I have 2 different types because I have one for the inside, one for the outside. Then I have the inside of my card is 4 by 5 1/4. And then again for the outside, 2 that are 1 by 5 1/4. And then I used some scraps and our dies, and I cut out a world and the little pedestal thing it's going to go onto. And so these are going to mount on the outside on that belly band. And then I have a label. These are using the stitched rectangle dies. Thankfully, they're staying. We are losing our layering ovals, our layering squares, the stitched nested labels. I mean, some of my favorites. So if you haven't snagged those yet, make sure you have them. And then there is the belly band that is 1 inch by 10 inch. And I scored this at 3 inches and then at 7 3/8. So now we're ready to start putting this together, and we're going to fold in on that one and this one. And then we're going to take this little 1 1/4 and we're going to fold that out. Okay, so does that make sense? Everybody's with me so far? Then we're going to take this one and we're going to, again, score it on the fold line. Or fold it on the score line. And I'm making sure as I'm lining it up that it's just, you know, square. So that they will go exactly right on top of one another. And then we're really, I mean, let's see, we can do some stamping and then we're ready to start putting together. I kept the stamping fairly simple. I just wanted a little bit of decoration on the inside. And so I'm using Misty Moonlight, since that's what color this designer series paper is. And this is the set of designer series papers that will stay. The Rococo Rose, Terracotta Tile, Seaside Spray, Purple Posy, those are all retiring. And so some of them have actually already sold out. So if you haven't grabbed your ink refills and all that yet, they are selling out. But we're going to get some new fun colors. Hopefully you guys have seen those. I've shared them in a couple places. We do know what all our new in colors are. And I got a notice from UPS like a little bit before I went live, that my catalogs will be here tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that. I am sending them myself from here to all of you guys because I had some issues with them arriving last time. And so I'm going to be sending them out direct from me. So if you've placed an order with me in the last year, those are coming from me. If you're looking for a new demonstrator and you don't have one, let me know. I'd be happy to mail you a catalog. I do appreciate the loyalty that I get from my customers. And I like to spoil you guys, as some of you know. Then we're ready to do our panel pieces. So we can either put these here or we can put them out here, but they're all the same size. But I want to take one pattern and put them on the outside and one pattern and put them on the inside. And you can even use either color. I mean, you could flip them over and use this side if you wanted. And I'm putting them on with Stampin' Seal. You want to remember, if you're using the Stampin' Seal, that you want to flick it a little bit this way because we want it to break off way up here at the tip. Because if it doesn't, it's kind of hard to get going again. Okay, I'm going to put these on this way because this is where I cut them and I wanted the pattern to match up. It's not necessary, my accounting brain, that's the way it works. And then I'm trying to keep it even with my border all the way around as well. And I am making sure I'm putting it right side up as well, because I want to make sure my wording isn't cattywampus. So there's our card. Then I have the world and our little pedestal here. And I cut this out of Just Jade and this out of Balmy Blue. Before I die cut these pieces, I put some adhesive sheet on the back because I wanted to make sure that they were good and stuck, because it's going to get some movement and it's got little thin lines and I don't like to try to put glue on little thin lines. I mean, I can, but if I don't have to, let's do this the easy way. Because since I had this on there first, all I got to do is peel this off and now it's a sticker. So then I can just set it on here and it automatically sticks. Okay, now I'm ready to stick it onto here. And again, there's that little skinny thing. But because I'm going to put it on the belly band, I thought, I didn't figure it out last time. Last time I stuck it in the back, but I think I'm going to stick it between the label and the belly band, and then it'll kind of hide it, right? That would make more sense. So I'm going to put my belly band together just by putting some adhesive on here. And again, I'm going kind of heavy because this piece is going to get movement. And then I'm going to place this on here. There, I think I like that better. See, it buries it a little some. So then when I'm feeding it in and out, there's not as much for it to hang up on, and I can hide my glue a little better. So there we go. There is our card and its belly band, and I chose to use a couple of these star embellishments on it. Let's see, I keep these little gum containers. These are the big packs of, I think it's called extra gum, that's at the checkouts at the grocery store. And I keep all my little embellishments in here. And these are kind of a copper, doesn't exactly match. Those are gold, they match better, but they're glitter. Kind of eeny meeny. Okay, here's some, oh, why don't we do these? Here we go. Of course, my take your pick tool went missing. But these are our in color enamel dots. And they're in the Misty Moonlight. And so they match. So there's our two cards. Thank you for joining me. I hope you learned something. And again, if you need any of the supplies that are in the making of this card, you can find them in my online store, and I appreciate your business. Thank you for joining me. Bye.